So welcome everybody to opening day of the AFL 2021 season. We are at the MCG, 18th of March 2021, Richmond playing Carlton, and we're about to start the fourth quarter. Richmond with a 56 to 29 point lead, so quite commanding 5-goal lead really. Started off quite the opposite. Carlton were 19 points to 9 up after the first, and then could only score 1 point in the second. Richmond getting 5 goals, 4 behinds for a 34-20 lead, and then in the third period 3 goals, 4 behinds for 56 for Richmond, 1 goal, 3 behinds, so 4 goals, 5 behinds, 29 for Carlton. So just before we start, quick thank you to Chris Wiseman for finally sorting me out with the ground blast. If you roll the green dice and it says 6, it's 6 minutes, not 12 minutes. So it's 12 periods of time rather than 12 minutes, which is why I got such a low score in that last game. So we're about to have a bounce at the start of the fourth quarter, and it's a 2, which could possibly be a mark. So it's going to be a ruck, sorry. And Carlton have the far better ruck. So the 5 will give the ball to Carlton. So Carlton have the ball at midfield. And it's a 5, which is a referee chart. And we're going to have to roll again with the yellow dice. The opening day, first game of this season. 4 on the referee's chart in midfield. It's going to be a defensive penalty. So a penalty against Richmond, and the black dice is a 2. So it's going to be a possible mark here. So let's have a look. We're going to go from Pitonnet to News, and it's going to be a 0, so it's going to be a missed mark, and so we get a loose ball. We just need the green and red die for this. 4 on the missed is going to be the skill, and we're in the forward zone because that's where the mark was missed. So that's 1.5 for Richmond, 2 for Carlton, but the red dice is 5, so Richmond will get the ball, get control of the ball in their own defensive zone. Eight, which is a scramble, and we're looking at 1, which is the 1%. So that's 1, 1.5, 2, 3, 3.5, 4.5 for Richmond, against a half for Carlton. So a 5, but it is a 5, so Carlton will come up with the ball, and then 6 on a defensive zone. Defenders, they're going to kick the ball, so they're going to get a chance to kick it at goal. Let's see who's going to take the kick for Carlton. Five. So 5 is going to be Nims. Needs a 1 to get it, but so it's missed the kick. So we go to the miss chart. 11 on the miss chart. Muffed kick, and then a 1. Wind aided behind, so Nunes gets a behind for Carlton, and they move to 30, 56-30, and Richmond will take the ball in their defensive zone. So first score of this final quarter. Need more than behinds though. 11 is going to be a ball in the air, and it's 1, so we're looking at disposal versus tackle. So disposal is going to be 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4 for Richmond, and tackle is going to be 1, 2 for Carlton, so that's a 1 to 5, and so Richmond will win that, and the 2 on the defensive zone offense team winning is going to keep them in the defensive 50. So pressure still being applied there by Carlton, keeping the Richmond side back in their own defensive 50. 6 is going to be a crash, and it's going to be between Astbury and Casboult. Imagine being called Casboult in Australia. So crash, and we're looking at 4, which is clear against skill. Astbury does not have clear, Casboult does not have skill, so it's all even, so it goes to the dice, and therefore Carlton will win that. And the 4 in the defensive zone will give them a kick at goal. Let's see who's going to take the kick. 27. Oh, that's going to be good. That's going to be Gibbons, and he's a 2, so better than most of them. Oh, let's roll it into the box, and he gets it. So Gibbons gets a goal, and Carlton are on the move. They still need 20 more points. That's 4 goals, but at least they're coming back, and we're going to go to the centre for a bounce. 2 minutes gone, 3 minutes gone. We're just completing the 3rd minute. 3 is going to be a possible ruck, and we know that the best ruck side is going to be Carlton, and they're going to win it, so Carlton will get the ball, come in again, have that bit of 7 points already in this period and feeling good. 10 is going to be out of bounds, so it's going to be out of bounds, and then we're going to have a throw. So the side umpire in the centre throws in, and Carlton will get the ball. In the 4th minute of this, I'll roll that one again, and it's going to be a 6, which is going to be a crash. Offense 2 is going to be Pitonnet, and defense 3 is going to be Graham, and we're looking at disposal against tackle. Pitonnet does not have disposal, tackle is 2, so it's going to be won by Richmond, and with a 1 in midfield by the team is going to stay in midfield, so Richmond will take the ball over in midfield. Four is going to be a mark chance, so this is going to be from Bolton, who's got a kick of 1, to Castagna, who's got a mark of 0, so it's only going to be a 1 that can get him. It's a 6, so he's going to miss the mark, so we end up with a loose ball, and we're looking at skill. Half 1 for Richmond, 1, 1.5, 2, so plus 1, and the 6 will give it to Richmond. So Richmond win, and they have the Ball in the forward 50. Five is going to go to the referee again. I'm going to roll them all again, because we need the yellow dice. 3 on the referee's chart is an offensive disposal penalty. So let's have a look what happens, and we're in the forward defence possession in their own D50. So Carlton take over the ball in their own defensive 50. 5 minutes gone in this final quarter. 9, which is a scramble. 4 is going to be skill, so let's have a look at skill. Half, 1, 1, 2, so the red dice will give it to Carlton, so they win in the defensive zone, and the 3 on a scramble in the defense is going to advance up to the midfield now. So Carlton coming up the field. 11 is a ball in the air, and we're looking at 3, which is 1% against Star, so 1% for Richmond. For Carlton is going to be half, 1, just 1 against Star. For Richmond is going to be 1, 1.5, so Richmond will win, and so they will take the ball with the red dice. And then 4 for midfield defence, so Richmond will just take the ball and keep it in midfield. 6 minutes completed in this final quarter, and it's a 6, which is another crash, and we're going to have 3 who is Graham against 1 who is Setterfield, and we're looking at disposal against tackle, so it's half for Graham, nothing for Setterfield, so 1 to 4 gives it to Richmond. Richmond win the ball, and a 3 on a crash in midfield gives them a chance to mark forward. So let's see who the mark is going to be. So it's going to be from Nankervis to Reinwald. So no kick, 2 mark, so a 2 and a green 2, so it's going to be a good mark. And that means he can take a kick at goal, and he's got 4 stars, so that's a decent number of stars to see. Oops, missed, can't see that. And the kick is good, so Reinwald gets the goal for Richmond, puts them back onto the scoreboard. And 62-36 is now the lead for Richmond over Carlton. So let's see how the bounce goes in the centre of the field. With 7.5 minutes into this final period, it's going to be a ruck, and Carlton would win, but the 6 gives it to Richmond, so Richmond have the ball as we go into the 8th minute. 6 is going to be a crash, and it's going to be between Caddy and Murphy, and we're looking at a 1, which is disposable against tackle. Neither. 6 gives it to Carlton, and a 2 He's going to keep them in midfield, so Carlton have the ball in midfield. 62-36. 2 highlight reel. So let's have a look at the highlight reel. We're going to have to roll again because we need the yellow dice. 8 on a highlight reel in mid. Series of beautiful hand passes lead to kick at goal for the forward green dice. So forward green dice is 5. So that's going to be Zach Fisher. So Zach Fisher gets a chance to take a shot. 3. So he's going to miss it. And so we go to the miss chart, and it's 8. Miss goal left, so Fisher gets a behind. Brings Carlton 1 point closer, but it's not really what they want to be getting. They need some goals. Richmond with the ball, 62-37. And it's going to be a 9. 9 is a scramble, looking at 1%, so let's see the 1%'s 1, 1.5, 2, 3, 4.5 for Richmond, and only a half for Carlton, so 1 to 5, which is good. So Richmond win this in their defensive zone, and the blue dice is a 3. So 3 in the defensive zone. Offensive wins, so they're going to advance into the midfield, just keeping it nice and tight. Eight is a scramble and a 3 is skill. So 1, 2, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5 for Richmond, 1, 4, 5 for Carlton. Red dice is at 4, so Carlton will get that. In midfield 5. And they will look for a mark. So Setterfield will try and mark to Fisher, and that's just only a 1 can do it. We use the green dice on this. 8. Yes, no we haven't, so the 1 is good, so the mark is good, which means that Fisher can have a chance at scoring. He needs a 1. He misses the kick, misses the goal, but can he get something from the miss chart? 9. Post a long kick, hits the post and goes in for a behind, so Fisher gets a behind. And Richmond have the ball in their defensive 50. 9 is going to be another scramble. We're looking at 6, which is skill. 1.5 for Richmond. 2 for Carlton. Carlton win that, so they win it back in the defensive zone. So 5 is going to be a kick for goal. So let's see who's going to get the chance of a kick for goal. 0-1 is going to be Nunes. So he needs a 1, and he gets it. Nunes. So Carlton coming back. Don't know if they've got the time to come back, but we're going to have a bounce, and that is going to be a ruck. going to be collected by Carlton. And at this point we're going to stop the video and make the substitutions. So we are back with our original lineups for the final 10 minutes of this game. So let's see what happens. Carlton have the ball. 3 is going to be a bouncing ball, and we're looking at 6, which is offense wins, so Carlton will win. And the blue dice is a 2 in midfield, so they're going to look for a mark. We're going to use 1 who is centre field and he's going to try and get to Lachi Fogarty. So we've only got a 1 and we've got a green dice that we've used already, so we need to roll that dice again. It's going to be a missed mark, so loose ball, and we're looking at skill, and whoever it is going to lose it because of the 6. We're in the forwards 50 for Carlton, so skill 1, 1.5, 1. Unfortunately for Carlton, that 6 is going to give it back to Richmond, and Richmond will have the ball in the defensive zone. 62-44, and a 6 is going to be another crash. Offense player 6, who is going to be Grimes. Defense player 1, who is going to be Nunes, and this test is 1% against Star, so 1 for Grimes, half for Nunes, so it's going to be Grimes who wins it. The 3 will give it to him, so it will be Richmond, and a 1 in the defensive 50 will stay there, so Richmond moving it around the defensive, their own defensive 50 area, and we get a 6, which is another crash. 4 against 4 this time, so it's going to be Vlastuin against Silvani, and a 5 on a crash is going to be skill against clear. Vlastuin's got no skill, Silvani's got no clear, so a 6 against the home, so Carlton will take the ball in the offensive, in the forward 50 for them. 4 on a crash in the D50 where it's started is going to be a kick at goal, so who's going to get the chance to kick this goal? It is going to be 82, one of the midfielders, Edward Curnow. He needs a 1, he misses the kick, and a 7 on the miss chart, misses badly, and so he's going to be Richmond taking the ball in their defensive 50. A very poor kick there from Curnow. 62-44 in the favour of Richmond. We've just completed 11.5 minutes and a 12. This is going to be an on the run. The kick player is going to be Baker. He's going to kick it to Bolton, and the blue dice is a 2 from the defensive zone, and so it's going to advance to midfield. Good mark. Keeping the clock advancing, which is the main thing for Richmond now. Opening this season. 6 is a scramble, is a crash, sorry. 5 is Edwards against 6 is Murphy. 1 is going to be disposal against tackle. Edwards has a half disposal, Murphy does not have a tackle, so Richmond will win with the red 3. and the blue dice is a 1 in midfield, so it's going to be a new tackle. So we're going to do another tackle. Still in this same 30-second period. 3 is going to be Martin against Setterfield. So disposal half, tackle none, so Martin wins, and it's a 4, so it will be Richmond again. 6 in the centre, offence wins, and they stay in midfield, so they're just passing the ball around, letting the time run down. They have the game in the bag really, with an 22-point lead. That's 4 kicks, 4 goals that they need to get back into this. 8 is going to be a tackle, and it's going to be 4 Bolton against 6 Murphy. So disposal half, going to be a win for Richmond, and a 1, which gives it back to Richmond again. 1 in the centre, it's going to be a new tackle. So it's still in the same segment. So Nankervis against Murphy, and again Nankervis wins, but this time the red dice says no, wait a minute. So Carlton takes over. 5 in midfield, so they're going to take possession in the midfield. Need to score quickly. 6 is a crash, and it's going to be Pitonnet against Dustin, and a 4 is clear against Skill. Pitonnet has got 1 clear, 1 skill, so they're tied, so offense will win, so it's going to be Carlton that get this. 5 is going to be a possible mark, so we're looking at so it's going to be Kerno, who's got a kick of 2, to Casbolt, who's got a mark of 2, so that means he needs a 4, and he gets the mark, which means he also gets a kick, so it's a 2 or less to get the goal, and he gets it. So Casbolt gets the goal. Richmond have scored 1 goal in this period. They've just been trying to keep the clock running and take the game, and that could be costly. Just 2 goals in it now, and we have a bounce as we're just completing the 14th minute. 1 is going to be a ruck. It's going to be won by Richmond. 7 blast, 2-minute ground blast, and we are looking at tackle. 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5 for Richmond, 1.5, 2, 3 for Carlton, but the 6 gives it to Richmond, so Richmond win. So let's see what happens for Carlton. They're going to go on the miss chart. 43 is going to be Silvani. See how it gets on the miss chart. Be nice if it converted into a goal, but we'll have to wait and see. 8 missed goal right, so Silvani gets a behind, and that's 3 goals, 4 behinds in this period for Carlton. But what about Richmond? 61. 61 is Prestia, so he is a 1, goes up to a 2, gets a kick, and he gets the goal, and that will probably be the final nail in the coffin for Carlton. They need 3 goals now, and we've got 5 minutes remaining. So let's have a bounce, and 4 is going to be Carlton. So Carlton will take the ball, need to score in this drive really. 7 is going to be another blast, and it's only for 1 minute this time, and we're looking at skill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Carlton lose out. Because of the red dice. So Richmond have control in this blast. Let's see what happens with Carlton. 67 is going to be Setterfield. 9, long range kick, hits the post, so Setterfield with a great kick for Carlton. That's their 5th behind of this game. Think of what it would be if there'd have been goals. They would have been in the lead. And 24 is going to be Jake Arts, so 2 becomes 4. So again, it's got to be in there. Yep, and Jake Arts for Richmond gets the goal. 3 goals, no behinds in this 4th quarter, and that's going to virtually wrap it up really. Two and a half minutes to go, and with from the bounce it's going to be a ruck, and it's going to be Richmond who will take possession of the ball. 7 is going to be a blast. 5 is 5 minutes, so it's going to take us to the end of the game, and it's going to be disposal. 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3 for Richmond. Half, 1.5, 2, 4 for Carlton, and Carlton will win the blast. So let's see what happens for Richmond at the end of this game. .32 is going to be Kane Lambert. 7. Missed badly, so he misses, gets nothing. And now for Carlton. Ooh, he jumped over the fence. 89. Sam Walsh, and he's got a star. I bet they wish he didn't have one. So 2 will get him, 2 or 1 will get him a goal, so he's going to miss the kick. He's going to go to the miss chart. 9, long range, another one of the long range ones that hits the post, and he gets the behind. And the buzzer goes for the end of the game. I'm just counting back. I'd obviously missed something. I've got something wrong because I've got the score now. I had it at 74-53, but according to the scoring sheet it should be 74-58, but either way Carlton win the game. And so I hope you've enjoyed this opening day game between 2 of the big clubs in AFL, Richmond and Carlton. Richmond coming out winners 74-58.